You're listening to the Core Factors audio library, spoken versions of Core Factors articles and research. This piece is titled Why People Development Needs an Always On Coach. The following narration preserves the original content and context of the written article.
Why People Development Needs an Always-On Coach. The Drop-Off. After the great session. Practitioners see a familiar pattern. A participant leaves a coaching session or development workshop energized, focused, and motivated to change. Goals feel clear, insights feel actionable. Then daily work resumes. Urgent priorities return. Meetings accelerate. Emotional triggers reappear. The reflections that felt powerful during the session become distant and abstract. This drop-off highlights a core truth about development. Insight happens during structured moments. Behavior change happens in the unstructured spaces between them. Growth unfolds in real time, during difficult conversations, unexpected conflict, pressure-filled decisions, and subtle interpersonal dynamics. These moments rarely align with scheduled coaching sessions. Without reinforcement, even strong insight is overtaken by pace and pressure. The real challenge for practitioners is sustaining connection to insight long enough for it to reshape behavior. Coaching works, but frequency is limited. The effectiveness of coaching is well established. Research consistently shows improvements in goal attainment, performance, self-regulation, and well-being. Coaching builds clarity, accountability, and interpersonal effectiveness. But coaching also has a structural limitation. It is intermittent. Even highly engaged participants typically meet with a coach once or twice per month. Leadership programs often offer coaching at milestones, not during the dozens of daily situations where patterns actually surface. Manager as coach models help, but managers rarely have the bandwidth to provide consistent, individualized support. This creates a persistent gap. Coaching sessions create insight. Daily experiences determine behavior. Support is needed when practitioners are not present. Recent leadership research reinforces this gap. Organizations are increasingly turning to technology-supported development because traditional formats cannot provide the frequency required for sustained habit formation. Continuous light-touch support improves outcomes. Across disciplines, research points to the same conclusion. Frequent, low-intensity support outperforms episodic, high-intensity interventions. A 2025 systematic review of digital coaching interventions found that programs offering ongoing, distributed support led to stronger engagement, better adherence, and improved outcomes compared to infrequent formats. Research on conversational agents shows similar results. Repeated short interactions improve emotional clarity, reduce stress, and support self-regulation. Participants benefit not only from depth, but from continuity. Studies of AI-based coaching assistants reinforce this pattern. Participants using AI-supported coaching demonstrated improved goal attainment, in some cases comparable to human coaching on measurable outcomes. The advantage was availability. Support existed between formal sessions when behavior patterns were actively unfolding. These findings align with decades of learning science. Distributed practice and contextual reflection accelerate lasting change. Sustained growth requires sustained attention. Development as an ecosystem, not an event. Traditional development programs focus on concentrated learning moments. These moments matter. They introduce frameworks, they surface insight, they clarify goals, but they represent only a small portion of the developmental journey. Learning transfer research shows that people need repeated opportunities to interpret experiences, test new behaviors, and reflect on outcomes. Development functions best as an ecosystem, not a single event. An effective development ecosystem includes insight through assessment and coaching, application during daily work and emotional pressure, reflection on what happened and why, reinforcement through cues, prompts, and reminders. Without reinforcement, people revert to familiar habits. Without structured reflection, learning opportunities embedded in everyday interactions are missed. This ecosystem approach aligns with Core Factors' emphasis on portable people skills. internal capabilities that transfer across roles, teams, and environments. What an always-on companion adds to development. An always-on developmental companion fills the space between intention and action. It supports individuals in the moments where development actually occurs, not just where it is discussed. Research shows these tools are especially effective at prompting real-time self-awareness, supporting emotional regulation through labeling and reflection, encouraging interpersonal processing after difficult conversations, reinforcing goals with small contextual nudges, supporting low-risk experimentation with new behaviors. This type of support complements rather than replaces practitioner expertise. Coaches provide depth, ethics, judgment, and nuance. Always-on tools provide frequency, consistency, and timeliness. Together, they create the conditions for durable behavior change. Implications for development practice. If your work involves helping people reflect, communicate, collaborate, or lead, you already know that insight fades without reinforcement. As research on continuous development and AI-supported learning expands, the field is moving toward distributed, ongoing approaches that sustain awareness between formal touchpoints. Frameworks such as type dynamics and developing people skills provide structure for this kind of ongoing reflection. The opportunity is not to replace coaching sessions. It is to strengthen their impact by keeping insight alive in daily work. Key takeaways. Insight often fades quickly after even strong coaching sessions. Behavior change happens between formal touchpoints. Frequent light touch support improves developmental outcomes. Development functions best as an ecosystem, not an event. Always-on companions extend the reach of practitioner-led work. Strengthen development with core factors. Core Factors supports continuous development by helping individuals stay connected to insight as they navigate real-world challenges. Explore how Core Factors tools and frameworks can help you design development experiences that move beyond great sessions and toward lasting change.
This concludes the audio version of this Core Factors article. You can read the full written version and explore related research at corefactors.com.